Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've ever spent hours, or honestly maybe even days, crafting what you thought was the absolutely perfect email sequence, only to hit send and hear literal crickets, you are definitely in the right place. We totally get that frustration. Pouring your time and energy into building an email list, only to be met with low engagement, terrible open rates, and worst of all, zero conversions, it hurts. But today, we are going to dismantle that frustration completely. We're diving deep into the core architecture of trust and figuring out exactly what turns a cold, unresponsive list into a thriving community of loyal buyers. So, why do some emails build incredible trust while others just get completely ignored? It really is the multi-million-dollar question in digital marketing. It's incredibly painful to see the emails you worked so hard on just get glossed over, or worse, sent straight to the trash bin. You know you're providing value, you know you have a great product, so why is this disconnect happening? Well, the answer actually lies in the fundamental architecture of how you're approaching your subscribers in the first place. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. Why emails get ignored. 2. Putting relationships before revenue. 3. How to stop guessing and start asking. 4. Teaching first and selling second. 5. The natural offer. And finally, 6. We'll wrap up with your complete 6-step action plan. You're definitely going to want to take notes on that last one. Section 1, Why emails get ignored. Let's tackle the elephant in the room right away and figure out exactly why subscribers are hitting that unsubscribe button. We need to shift our mindset on this immediately. Your email list, it's a relationship-building tool. It is absolutely not just a one-way promotional megaphone. If your emails are constantly just shouting offers into the void, buy this, discount here, last chance, you are literally training your audience to ignore you. The core purpose of your list is to genuinely connect with people. If you treat your subscribers like they're just a highly targeted ATM, believe me, they're going to feel it and they will tune you out fast. That brings us to section 2, relationships before revenue. Connection over conversion. You really can't skip this step if you want to build a sustainable business. It all boils down to this classic golden rule. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. It is sales 101, right? But man, does it get forgotten so easily the second we log into our automation software. Every single email you send out has to help your subscribers feel understood and supported. They need to feel completely confident that you are genuinely there to help them solve their specific problems, not just make a quick buck. Think about it like this. On one hand, you have the pushy marketer. We all know this type, constantly in your face, always asking for a sale, but rarely ever giving you any upfront value. But on the other hand, you have the trusted guide. Think of that classic old-school salesperson who actually remembers your name, asks how your family is doing, and truly takes the time to understand what you need before they ever suggest a product. By building that real rapport first, they create rock-solid relationships that inevitably lead to way higher conversions and deeply loyal customers. And that is exactly who you need to be in your subscribers' inbox. But how do you actually build that kind of rapport at scale? Well, let's jump to section 3. Stop guessing, start asking. This is all about discovering what they actually need. I want you to ask yourself honestly, right now, are you guessing or are you truly listening? It is so incredibly easy for us as creators and marketers to project our own assumptions onto our subscribers. We just assume we know what they want to read or what they want to buy, mostly because it's what we want to talk about. But if you aren't actively listening to their real, on-the-ground needs, your messaging is going to completely miss the mark. The fix for this is actually almost effortless. You just need to send out simple surveys to your list. Seriously, just ask them point blank, what are you struggling with right now? Find out what topics they actually want to learn more about. By doing this one simple thing, you instantly flip the dynamic from a boring one-way broadcast into an engaging two-way conversation. You show that you actually care, and most importantly, you get hard, actionable data on exactly what to write about next, so you can actively listen to their responses instead of just guessing in the dark. Once you've gathered all that golden data, we move right into section 4, teach first, sell second. This is where you create tailored value for your list based on what they just told you. Let's say you send out that survey, and your audience tells you they are struggling with some very specific pain points, say getting traffic, building landing pages, generating leads, or making more sales. Your job now is to take those shared frustrations incredibly seriously. To you, they might just look like data points, but to your subscribers, these are massive roadblocks. So what's your next move? You create highly helpful educational emails that teach them exactly how to overcome those specific challenges. Notice what we're not doing here. We aren't selling a solution yet. We are teaching. When you consistently provide useful, actionable advice without instantly asking for a sale in return, it proves you genuinely understand their frustrations. And boom, it immediately positions you as that trusted guide we talked about earlier, rather than just another marketer passing through their inbox.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, the natural offer. This is the ultimate payoff of all that trust you've been building up.
When you don't take the time to build trust, any offer you make just feels like a pushy pitch. It's unsolicited, it's jarring, and it totally feels out of place. But when you have actively listened to their problems and you've consistently sent them educational emails helping them solve those problems, selling changes completely. It doesn't even feel like selling anymore. It just becomes the next natural step, a helpful, incredibly welcome extension of the relationship you've already built. And here is the real magic of this whole system. Subscribers are so much more likely to buy from you because they already believe you can help them. I mean, you've already proven it to them for free. Your offers now just feel like highly relevant, perfectly timed solutions to the very problems they told you they had in the first place. It completely removes the friction from the buying process.
All right, we've covered the psychology and the overall strategy. Now for Section 6, your 6-step action plan. It's time to monetize through trust, and this is your homework.
Let's rapidly run through this exact 6-step process so you can get started today. Step 1, create a simple, short survey for your email list. Step 2, ask your subscribers what their biggest challenge is right now. Step 3, take all those answers and group them into common problems or themes. Step 4, write incredibly helpful educational emails that address those specific problems head-on. Step 5, keep building that trust before you ever present an offer. And finally, Step 6, when you do pitch, make absolutely sure that your offer clearly solves a problem your audience has already told you they have.
Because at the end of the day, trust is what turns subscribers into customers. It's not a clever subject line, it's not some fake scarcity countdown timer, and it's definitely not a flashy graphic. It is simply trust. If you prioritize building real relationships over chasing immediate revenue, your list won't just become highly engaged, it will literally become the most powerful asset in your business. So stop shouting with a megaphone, start genuinely listening, and become the trusted guide your audience is desperately looking for. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I'm going to leave you with this one thought to chew on. What would happen to your business today if every single email you sent felt like a letter from a trusted friend instead of a desperate plea for a sale?